Yo, internet, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of the Jongravesshow. Today I'm talking to everybody about the wonderful, crazy, and also exciting Boruto, or at least Boruto Naruto, the next generation manga. Basically, the more that I do watch this, though, the more that I am slowly starting to see that just about every single kid who Boruto runs into who has a parent problem, surprisingly, their problems are very similar to his. It's kind of interesting in a sense, but you know, it's not something that really makes or breaks the series. It's just a very interesting thing that he kind of has in common with all of his brand new friends. So, you know. So, pretty much without further ado, let's talk about the main story of this chapter, okay? Because this chapter, its main focus was apparently, okay, Boruto has to guard the daimyo son, okay? The son basically kind of has a very interesting outlook on things because he basically overheard his father basically saying that ninjas are cool, and of course, him being another child of this era who basically needs to fight for his father's affection or attention in this sense, he wants to become a ninja. However, in the process of that though, he kind of does have the whole, I'm a kid of monies, and since I have a black card, I can buy pretty much whatever I want. So, of course, to kind of break the ice with Boruto to try and get him to make him a ninja, he says, yeah, man, like, we can trade cards and everything. And of course, Boruto, being Boruto, kind of forgets that this is the daimyo son and he can buy pretty much whatever he wants. He kind of says, are you sure? You know. So this kind of leads them to kind of doing their little mystery pact, I say, or their mystery like little form of payment per se. Boruto, I mean, if you've been reading this for a while now, you know that Boruto has been looking for a specific card. They don't necessarily show it in this chapter, but I'm getting the feeling that it's either a Sasuke card or it's a Hinata card. It's one of the two. But based upon, or possibly even a Konohamaru card, which again, they still fucked his hair up, but still, come on. But you do look at this one though, and it's like, well, the focus is that, or Boruto's message is that, well, you have all this money, you have all this stuff, you have this reason to want to be seen at by your father. Well, what are you going to do about it? And of course, daimyo's son is, well, I'm just gonna pay you to teach me to be a ninja. Well, of course, Boruto kind of takes that a little bit to heart and says, well, yeah, I can kind of relate. I can actually relate to wanting to be seen by my father and all this other mess. But in the process, he does kind of talk him into, okay, if you want to get your father's attention, you gotta, and you want to be a ninja, you gotta actually buckle down and practice that. And of course, we do have a tiny little montage of him trying his hardest to throw these ninja stars like into this little plaque. And of course, he actually complains at first by saying nobody can do it. Then Boruto shows him like, yeah, it is possible. So of course, this is one of those tiny little motivational things of just saying, well, sure, you may suck at first, but the more you do it, the better you get. But if you stop just by reaching like the tiniest spot, or you're doing something that's just satisfactory to you, you might actually lose that skill, so you got to keep up at it. You know, so it's a heartwarming thing, but then it also kind of paints light, or at least right after all this heartwarming mess and everything, we kind of jump into this whole thing of what is the butler doing, and what are their plans, or at least why was Boruto actually pulled in? Apparently the butler is evil, and so is some other guy out there watching, possibly an uncle or some shit like that, or maybe another subordinate. You guys out there will let me know, but that is kind of where this is going. Until then, though, that is what I gotta say about that, because that's pretty much where this chapter ends. But I'll see you next time. I'm out.